let's look at a little old tier list. A little tier list, gamers. This tier list. I found this on the Reddit. You go to Wuthering Waves, it's like their pinned comment. It is a tier list for the characters that they have. For all the characters in the game currently. And I just thought that we take a little look-see. We see where they put everyone. I give my 2 cents on mostly just the characters I own. And yeah, we vibe. Gamers disregard the maid outfit. I came to inform you that, ignore this also, this red thing, that the post, which I saw yesterday and luckily pinned at the top, bookmarked it for later, is randomly gone. I swear it was one of these 2 posts. I saw it yesterday, clicked on it, and I was like, oh, it's a tier list. They released a tier list. Oh, let's make a video about it. That will be good for stream. And then today, it's gone. I checked all the other comments thinking maybe it was like a lower comment that someone posted. It's gone. It got removed. It got Dano snapped out of Reddit. So anytime that I regard like, oh, you can check out the post on Reddit, just look at the pinned comment, just disregard that because you can't do that. All right, Cammy out. Let's start out at the bottom because that's kind of I'm kind of seeing some things. This chick, I'm gonna butcher every one of these names and I'm not sorry. Come fight me. Buys he. Yeah, I believe it. She has that little doll thing that you do from a distance. That thing kind of sucks. And then you got like your charged ability. You got your charged ability that just spins. Like, why? It's just spinning in circles and then it does nothing. And then you're just vulnerable because you can't dodge while you're spinning them. It just feels pointless. So yeah, I can see why she's down there. Yoon Woo, I mean, I don't know much about. I feel like he should be like C. I haven't used him a lot, but his kit seems pretty self-explanatory. Like it's just attack speed boost, attack damage. It must have bad scaling or something, or maybe people haven't really used him, but I don't see him being that bad as like a D tier. He's like a main DPS 4-star, it feels. But I also haven't fully built him. I started building him and then I stopped because I couldn't find Electro Echoes. So I'm not too sure about that placement. Jang Zin, controversial take. She deserves this. She deserves it. She deserves all of it. So let me go into detail of how you use her. Whenever you're fighting an enemy and they're about to use an attack, you have to hold down your parry button, which is your skill. Your skill is the parry. You hold it down and you pray to God he actually hits you with the move. She's a good shielder, KW. Lies, fallacies, falsehoods. I'm here to give you the truth, all right? I'm not about to give you the sugar take, 5-star waifu. Yeah, she's W tier, meaning she's a win no matter what you use her. You sit there, you hold down the parry, hope they hit you. If they don't hit you, then your skill's basically useless, all right? Your skill's just useless at that point. If they don't throw out an ability, or if they don't hit you and you're using your skill, you're literally losing DPS because you're not currently smacking them. You're sitting there waiting for them to throw out an ability. Or if they're about to throw out ability, you press a button and they freaking miss, then there's no point. She also charges Concerto meter so slowly. That meter that you use to switch out characters, that thing charges so slowly and she does so little damage. So you're just forced to stay on this low damage dealing tank because you don't have a way to charge up that meter any faster, because you don't even have a skill that you can reliably spam. You have to wait till they're about to attack you, and sometimes the enemies just don't feel like attacking you or they miss, like I was saying before. Another thing is her ultimate's good, all right? She got that good ultimate. Her ultimate's pretty good. It sucks everyone up and all that. But what is the most annoying thing? Charging up your shield. So to charge up your shield, you got to first charge up your little meter at the bottom middle. You charge it all the way to max, and then you have to hold it down. And the longer you hold it down, it does a little tick of wind damage and an AoE around you. the longer you charge it down, the higher your shield is. So you literally have to AFK and not play the game while you're waiting for this stupid shield to charge. I just want to smack them. I literally just want to smack them. Why am I AFK right now? All right. That is so annoying that you have to just sit there watching all of your potential DPS go directly into the drain as you charge up your shield. And then finally, after you charge up your shield, you got to hit them a couple more times because of course your character switch out isn't ready yet. So then you finally switch out and then you finally put her away like she deserves to be in the garbage. Mortefi is cracked. Why is he in C? You charge up your concerto meter fast. He has a fairly good outro skill where you buff your charge damage. He has just a spammable skill that's fun. He's cool design. Maybe his DPS is in the trash. Maybe that's why they put him down here. But I feel like he plays pretty well. Like, if DPS is the problem, I doubt anyone has a fully built character of any of these characters, and it's just on the early game to mid game feel. Well, I'd say more of the mid game feel for them. But for, you know, Mortefi, I feel like he's just so nice. You just switch out, throw out your fireballs, you know, charge up your inserto meter, and then it's so fast you can switch your main DPS and you can just vibe after that. Encore, I don't know. I don't know her. She's a puppet user. I'm not surprised she's down here. But we also have Yinlin up here, so there's a good chance that it's just every other puppet user just wasn't balanced very well. Chixia, she is such a fun character. I think that both Mortefi and Chixia should be B tier. She's not that bad, all right? They're both not that bad. They're fun. Chixia's ult is cracked too. Now, the only thing that I think that might bring her down to C is her like charge up skill. So like you charge it up, then you go Gat mode, you start brrrah all the enemies. And sometimes the tracking is pretty wonky. It doesn't hit like you're wanting it to. Like that, I can understand why she would be lower down, just because of that wonkiness. Alto, don't own, but he is pretty cool. Another pistol user. Rover's based. I was gonna say based. Rover's based and red pilled. Rover, I mean, they're just solid. They're solid all around. They're not. Honestly, I could see them going in. Oh no, B is pretty solid. All right, B is a good place. They have good DPS, not crazy, not bad. They're basically just in the middle. Verena. So I've heard some people call her wonky and not fun to play with. Like, she doesn't feel good, but to me, she feels perfect. All right, she feels so good. I would say she's like teetering on the lowest tier of S, because she has good heals. I just wish they were a little better. They're like baby heals. If they were a little better, I think she would go to S. Her ultimate makes it to where each time you switch characters, it heals them whenever they attack the enemy, and it also gives them a little boost of damage whenever everyone switches out and hits the same enemy. It deals damage to them. So that's fire. Really like that. But I mean, I don't know. She's just solid. She's like the best healer we have in this game. Just all around a solid defense / healer pick. And I really don't understand why all the S tiers are not any support. They're all DPS. I get what they're going at. They're like, these people are OP, and if you don't get hit, then they're the best characters to have. But I mean, come on. We got some game, not gamers. We got some grandpas in here. Don't know how to dodge. I'm one of them. And I feel like a healer should be at least one support character up there, you know? I'm not sure what they expect a support character to do, because Verena, she already gives you a buff whenever she does the outro. She has fast concerto meter charge. She has a skill that, I mean, the skill really, who cares? The skill doesn't do much, but she's just a really fast character where she gives you health, she charges up her outro skills, she swaps off, and everyone's healed. It's just solid. I guess she might deserve A just because her skill doesn't really do anything. It's just a little bit of damage. You know, if it did something else, then it might have brought her up to S. Sanhua, super fun, super enjoyable to play. Her entire kit basically spans around throwing down ice on the field with either your intro, your skill, or your ultimate, and then using your charge attack to time it correctly, dash through it all, and do more damage depending on how much ice you destroy. Super fun character. The one thing that I wish that she didn't have was her outro skill buffs ice damage on the next character. All right, so she's not really supposed to be a main DPS. You can use her as a main DPS, but just realize that her outro skill isn't going to be utilized at all, because her outro skill buffs only the next character's ice damage. So you need to run 2 ice damage units for her to be like right where she wants to be. So basically you would use her as you use Mortefi. Switch on to her, she does her intro. You use your skill, you use your ultimate, you get all the ice on the ground. You dash through it, blow it up, you know, charge up your concerto meter. Then you switch out with your next ice unit, and you got that outro bonus going on that gives you the ice damage, and you just profit. Chi, God, these names. I have no idea. I just got her. I haven't built her. She does feel like what Jinzin should be. She feels like a better tank than the 5-star, like by far, because she has a sort of counter thing as well. But the counter thing, even if you don't proc it perfectly on time with a counter, you can still use it as DPS, because that's what her charge meter's for. You can do 3 attacks right out of the counter, and it'll do, you know, bonus havoc damage. But I haven't really used her that much, but just from trying her out in the training mode, I can see why she's here. Don Jin, controversial take. I hate her. I hate her so much. Sure, she might be really good against a boss, and she like shreds her own health. She does a lot of damage and all that, but I hate her rotation. So what I've heard you're supposed to do is you're supposed to hit like 2 basic attacks, and then you hit 2 of her skill usages, because her skill uses her HP in order to do the... You're gonna unfollow me. Dungeon is good. She might be good, but I hate using her. Because like you use her basic attacks twice, then you switch, and then you use her skill, because her skill doesn't take any... It just consumes health. It doesn't have any timer. So you use that, then you switch to the basics, to the skills. But in actuality, I'm going to show you what it's like to use her, all right? In actuality, this is what it looks like. Watch this. Watch this. You're supposed to do like this, and then that, and then... But this is what this is how I use her. This is how you can use her too. That makes her feel terrible, but is, in my opinion, the best way to use her, since you're weaving in everything. See, you just spam both. You spam both of them. That is not fun to me. So you just spam basic attack, and then you spam this. And then you get the combo off that you're supposed to get. Notice I'm getting everything off that I need to do, and I'm just pressing 2 buttons rapidly. This takes 0 brain power. I am using less brain power than any other character. Because at least whenever it comes to my other character, for example, Jiyan, I have the green meter at the bottom, and I can time when or not I want to use my skill, because my skill, that meter is also dependent on my ultimate. So if I have that meter halfway and I use my ultimate, then it's going to do bonus damage. If I have that meter and I use my skill, it'll consume half of it, but I might not have the meter for when I use my ult, so then I'm losing on that damage, but then I get a bonus damage to my dash instead. So there's that interplay there that I really like. This character, spam, spam. Oh, I'm weak, heal, spam, back to spamming, boys. That's pretty cool though. That's pretty cool. But I just think she feels terrible to play. I feel like she just feels so bad to play. If you like her, then you like her, you know? Ling Yang, so fun. I keep thinking it's a girl for some reason. He's so fun to play. I only mash buttons funny, exactly. Ling Yang is so fun to play. Just jumping around on your drums. You got the music hype going on with you. It's so good. It's such a fun time. Not gonna lie. The fun factor, maybe S. S when it comes to fun. All right. I really enjoy him. Wish I had him. That would go amazing with a Suhan, or San Hua, but I do not. So, rest in peace, Cammy. G1. Yes. G1. Your ultimate literally juggles everyone. You are not just killing them, you are also stopping them from doing anything. You're juggling them, comboing them. There's nothing you can do. Your ultimate also has a very large attack window. So if someone tries to do a parryable attack on you and you're in the middle of using your ult, you will parry them. Almost guaranteed you will parry them. It is an auto parry. It is big DPS. It is AoE DPS. It is juggle. It's everything. He deserves this. Calchero. I have no idea. I haven't seen any gameplay of him. Yinlin. I've seen a little bit of gameplay of her. It was more of the past beta. I saw a very brief period of the current beta, and she looks very good. Good AoE damage. I'm not too sure because I haven't seen a lot about her, but she does have some solid AoE damage and very cool animations with the lightning. Really like it. I like her aesthetic. She's hot, SS plus tier in hotness. Let's go to the next one. Yang Gang. We in the Yang Gang now. Not much to say. I mean, I'm not sure she deserves S. She's good. Not gonna lie, she's good. Gang. She's a good DPS. She's got a Venti kind of ult. What's the other comparison from Genshin that's like a baby Venti? The girl with the glasses and the vials. She's basically that character. She has good mobility when it comes to like weaving in and out of combat, just because her charge attack, it grabs the enemy, throws you up into the air. Yeah, Sucrose. She's very much like Sucrose. You grab an enemy, you use the charge attack, you grab an enemy, throw them up into the air, do a little combo with it, and then you smack back down. That's really good for just avoiding people underneath you that might be trying to attack you, just because you get that free DPS off. And sometimes you can be hitting a boss that's trying to hit you, and you're so high up in the air that they can't even hit you, but you're getting all that DPS off on them. She's solid. I'm not sure if I put her in S. I wish there was a thing, like an explanation here of why they put her in S. Maybe then I'd be able to make the see why they did it and then be able to go off of that. But right now I'm just going off of what I saw from her. She's just solid. I think she deserves to be in the A tier, not the S. But yeah, that is this guide that I found linked in the Wuthering Waves Reddit. So if y'all want to check it out yourselves, y'all can go to the Reddit and look at the pinned comment and y'all can see all of this. Thank you guys for coming and watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, Johnny. There we go. I did it. I did it. I did it, guys. I did it. Did y'all like it? Did y'all like it? Please say yes. I'm sensitive.